If you study how wealth is actually built, you'll notice one pattern. Almost everyone who gets rich breaks rules. Not by accident, by design. Because the rules you were taught were never meant to make you wealthy. They were meant to make you useful. From childhood, you were given a script. Go to school, get good grades, get a job, work hard, retire someday. You were told this is the safe path, the responsible path, the respectable path. But ask yourself one honest question. How many people became wealthy by following that exact path? Almost none. That path produces employees, not owners. Why? Because good grades don't measure intelligence. They measure obedience. They show you can follow instructions, memorize information, repeat what you're told. Those are excellent skills for workers. Entrepreneurs don't win because they followed instructions. They win because they saw opportunities others missed and took risks others avoided. The rules you learned were worker rules, not wealth rules. Follow worker rules long enough and you get exactly what they promise: a job, a paycheck, and a ceiling you're never meant to touch. Here's what most people never realize. There aren't one set of rules in society. There are two. Rules for the poor and rules for the rich. They are not the same. Poor people are taught, get a job, work hard, don't question authority, avoid risk, be grateful, pay your taxes, follow the law. These are rules of obedience. They train you to fit into the system, not benefit from it. If you follow these rules perfectly, you survive. You might be comfortable, but you will never be powerful. Because these rules exist for one reason: to create predictable workers who generate profit for people who own things. Rich people learn something very different. They're taught, take risks, ask questions, negotiate everything, learn how money actually works, challenge assumptions, pivot when something fails. They're taught that authority is negotiable, that rules are flexible, that systems can be bent or redesigned. Poor people are taught the system is fixed. Rich people are taught the system is editable. That single difference changes everything. Poor people see rules as walls. Rich people see rules as suggestions. If you think rules are walls, you stay inside them. You don't even try to escape. If you think rules are flexible, you look for loopholes, leverage, and timing. One mindset keeps you contained. The other creates exits. Rule number 1 that keeps you poor: get a stable job. You're told, don't take risks, stay loyal, work 30 years, retire safely. But that world is gone. Pensions are disappearing. Companies lay people off without warning. Job security is an illusion. And even if a job were secure, a job has never made anyone rich. At best, it makes you comfortable. Here's the real irony. Poor people are taught to fear risk. Yet a job is extremely risky. One boss, one paycheck, one decision away from unemployment. Rich people don't avoid risk. They manage it. They own assets, multiple income streams, leverage. Ownership is security. Employment is dependence. Rule number 2 that keeps you poor: debt is bad. You're taught, if you can't afford it, don't buy it. Debt is dangerous. Live within your means. For consumer spending, this is true. But that's not how rich people use debt. Rich people borrow to buy assets that produce income, a rental property, a business, a cash-flowing investment. The asset pays the debt and leaves profit behind. Poor people fear all debt, so they never use one of the most powerful wealth tools available. Instead, they use debt for consumption. Cars, credit cards, lifestyle, same tool. Different outcome. Rule number 3. Work hard and you'll succeed. This is the most dangerous lie. Hard work does not create wealth. Ownership does. The hardest working people are often the poorest. The system praises hard work because it needs labor. You're taught hard work is noble, virtuous, honorable. So you sacrifice time, health, family for a paycheck. While the owner earns more in 1 hour than you earn in a month. Hard work feeds the system. Ownership feeds the individual. Now let's talk about how the rich break rules legally. Take for example in taxes. If a worker avoids taxes, they are punished. If a wealthy person avoids taxes, they hire accountants and lawyers. The tax code is thousands of pages long, full of legal advantages for asset owners. Depreciation, deductions, loss offsets, entities, offshore structures. A worker earning $50,000 pays 20 to 30%. A wealthy person earning $10 million may pay almost nothing, not because they broke the law, but because they understand the system. Rules apply differently when you have resources. Some rules aren't legal, they're moral. Price gouging medicine, addictive technology, rent exploitation. Legal? Often yes. Ethical? Questionable. This doesn't mean all rich people are evil. It means wealth often requires decisions most people are uncomfortable making. Profit comes before fairness. Efficiency before empathy. That's not admiration. That's reality. Society teaches obedience because obedience maintains hierarchy. Rules protect power. If everyone followed every rule, nothing would change. Poor people follow rules because breaking them is costly. They lack lawyers, money, protection. Rich people learn that rules are flexible when you have leverage. That knowledge alone creates advantage. If you want wealth, you must shift from obedience to strategy, from risk avoidance to risk management, from permission to action, from scarcity to opportunity. Not every rule should be broken, but no rule should be followed blindly. Ask, who does this rule serve? What happens if I don't follow it? What do I gain by breaking it? Breaking rules has a cost: criticism, discomfort, failure, judgment. Most people would rather be accepted than wealthy. They follow rules. Stay safe, stay average. Wealth belongs to those willing to be misunderstood. Rules were designed to create workers, not owners. Follow them blindly, and you'll get exactly what they promise. Break the right ones, carefully, strategically, and you create leverage. There is no third path, only comfort or control. Choose wisely.